walking along. So the countryside has just gotten pretty. My dad dropped me off in Braidwood about 4 hours ago, and tonight I'm staying at the Araluen campground. Or at least that's the plan. Who knows what's going to happen. But just walked through all this boring farmland, and now we're sort of going into more what I was kind of hoping for. There's these butterflies that have just started following me, and it's like they're flirting with me. I think it's really cute. People keep stopping to see if I need a lift anywhere, which is nice, but also it's a bit annoying. Every time I hear the car slowing down, I'm like, oh, here we go again. But you know, what's interesting is often women pulling over, you know, which goes against the stereotype. They see some dude walking along the road, and I could be anybody, and they're like, hey, do you need a lift anyway? Sometimes they think I'm a fool for turning them down, but you know, I'm walking. I'm not driving. Once I've walked enough, maybe then I'll start taking lifts and meeting interesting people. Maybe I'll meet my future wife. Anything's possible. Should get to Araluen campground, and from there on it's an unsealed road and there's no cars allowed on it because it's landslides. So as long as I don't get caught in a landslide, it'll be really nice doing some distance walking not on roads, because Australia is not very friendly for hikers. Any of the long distance hikes you can do on trails, you pretty much have to be well versed in outdoor survival skills. It's pretty harsh country, and I'm not well versed in those skills, so I'm sort of building up my walking fitness, doing a lot of walks on the roads. And if I do go on a trail, I make sure I know exactly like where I'm going and how long it'll take and all that kind of stuff. But this will be good because it's going to be a few days over the mountains on a dirt road, so it'll kind of feel like I'm hiking in nature. Well, I will be hiking in nature, but not on a road with cars going past. But even so, this is really pretty. And so do a sneaky camp just up there. Though I do think I've got a couple more kilometres in me. Yeah, not feeling too bad. I think I've got about 5 more Ks until the campground. Right. The moon is shining, the wine is poured. Don't be afraid of the desert. First night on the walk, Araluen campground.
I see this ancient.
Not bad.
Don't be scared. The night is long, but the moon is shining in the soul. Carry on. Ancient wisdom back in the grove. You will make it when you're not the love, 'cause it's coming on slow. It's hard in this slow. Coming on break back.
I put the singlet,
I
the
still
white singlet, on the camo tent just so it wasn't quite as camo, because I didn't want some yahoo to run over me in the middle of the night because I'm sleeping in the campground. Camo is good when you're stealth camping, but if there's cars driving around you kind of don't want to be too camouflaged, especially when it's New Year's Eve tonight, but I'll be staying here. There's, you know, a lot of partying drunk people around.
We're all here to stay.
This is a really nice spot. Really nice campground. Probably one of my favourites. Considering I always can't wait to move on whenever I'm camping anyway. Just don't really like camping. All these like little houses hidden up in the hills by these beautiful creeks. Sort of feels very magical. I know there's 2 campgrounds along the way. It's about 60 kilometres to Moruya. So probably just 2 nights. Big storm due on Sunday. Probably be good to be out of the mountains. I don't know. Yay. There's a council truck collecting all the bins. I don't know if a ranger will come along. I know that all the campgrounds now you're supposed to book because of that disease that's been going around for the last 2 years. They use that as an excuse to charge when everything used to be free. I know this spot used to be free. There's no signs anywhere, but I did see online that you're supposed to book. So I should probably get a move on anyway. Get some walking in before the sun gets too hot. And then find a nice tree to sit under at about midday. Hang out till about 4 PM and then head off again. So just got to pack all this stuff up and then drink that whole litre of water, and then the first objective is to refill my water bottles. Hopefully there'll be a tap somewhere in Araluen. Well, fairly well Araluen campground. At least I think it's Araluen campground. There were no signs and I don't have any reception on my phone. I was walking along and I was pretty tired and I saw this campground and I thought, damn, that looks nice. So we're back on the road and it's 9 AM. First priority is to find a tap with drinking water in it, refill my bottles. In the meantime, it's quite nice not having all that extra water weight. But it's going to be a scorcher. It's really hot already. I think it's due to get to about 35 and I'll be in the mountains. So before I get to that dirt road, I really want to have 6 litres of water. Some would call that overkill. Some would say that's not enough. I don't know. I don't really want to drink from a creek unless I absolutely have to. I do have these water purification pills, but I haven't tried them yet. I am hesitant to get some kind of waterborne bacteria in my guts. walking down the main street of Araluen. The dogs are just going nuts every time I approach. If there's a dog, it starts barking. And I'm just minding my own business. But I don't know, maybe they don't like my blue shirt. Maybe it's my horrible hair. Anyway, I don't know where to get water from. It's not really a good sign that I think I've just walked through the entire town and I couldn't find a tap. Every house had a front gate. I'm not that keen on knocking on someone's door. I don't really like telling people what I'm doing. I'm just not much of a conversationalist. I'm always worried they're gonna offer their annoying fucking opinion on how I shouldn't be doing this. I mean, the whole point of doing this is to get away from people like that. But I do need water. Maybe I will be drinking out of the Deua River. Hello. Hello. Well, in that entire friggin' town, not one bloody tap. Every house had a front gate and an angry dog, it seemed. So I don't suggest Araluen. It's a shithole. But this is alright. I've still got about 2.5 litres of water, and I'm gonna have to drink out of the river. Gonna have to break that virginity. Break that virginity, lose my river drinking virginity. I have no choice. Look, the road ahead is unsuitable for caravans, so this is good news. We're reaching the end of the sealed road, and I can just walk unimpeded by having to be polite to passing motorists.
You will make it. You always did. Down the highway, living off the grid. I want you. You want me too. I see this ancient belief.
Years helped build this fence, rebuild this fence after the fires.
Private, keep out, get off my fucking land. It's my fucking land, you can't be on it. I own all these trees. See all these trees? They're mine. I own them, and if you go on them, I'll prosper.
If someone walks along a trail in the middle of the bush that you happen to fucking own, it's not like you're doing anything with it.
You will make it when you're
It's nearly 11 o'clock, and
coming slow with this heart in this slow.
made a noise. It's nearly 11 o'clock. I really need to get down there. Probably can't see there's a river down there. At some point, this track has to meet up with the river, and I am jumping in the river. And I'm going to sit out the extreme heat of this day.
All those words as you.
Oh man, I just had a dip and cooled down a bit. It's past 11 o'clock. I'm really hoping there's somewhere, you're not the only one filming, really hoping there's somewhere in the next hour where I can just get down by the river shore that isn't private property, so I can just relax and get in the water. Yeah, it's getting hot. So this road in the middle of fucking nowhere is absolutely amazing. It's a really hot day and I was actually worried about my water situation. And then this lady pulled over and gave me some water, told me to give her a call if I get stuck, told me that at the campground, which is only 5k's away now, a bloke called Felix will probably move me on in the morning, but he's alright. It's not like I'm in trouble, he'll just say, I'll keep walking. And then this dude just pulled over and he's like, I'm like, hey, how you going? He's like, want a beer, mate? And I'm like, fuck yeah. He's like, it's New Year's Eve, and he gives me 2 of these cold beers out of the esky. Captain Sensible. This is the best New Year's of my life. Cheers. Australian Outback. I'm not getting dehydrated out here. Fairly strong current, but it is so nice being in the water after the day of walking today. Painful. Isn't the outdoors life amazing? Ow! Don't be afraid. Yeah, I'd love to explore down there and check out that rock up there. Swim across the lake. Check out up there. But I just need to put my feet up. Because I need to get better shoes, or I just need to toughen my feet up so I can enjoy this more, because this is beautiful. If my feet weren't hurting, I'd be checking everything out, because I don't feel that tired and my legs feel good, everything feels good. But not me fucking feet.
Back in the grove, you will make it when you're nothing lost, 'cause it's coming on slow with this heart in this slow, and it's coming on breaking back. I still miss the way you spoke, all those words as you
So,
had your smoke.
this is Deua River campground. New Year's Eve, topping out 2021. Hasn't been a great year, has it? 2022 on the horizon.
We're all here to stay, so we're not. I miss you, dear. Think of me too, in a broken time.
Home sweet home. I don't think it's going to rain tonight, so I'm going to leave the camo just drying out over there. I mean, it'll be wet again in the morning, but yeah, way I can just chill out and look at the stars. I know that I'll be asleep before the new year, so I bid you adieu. Happy New Year. See you tomorrow. Some amazing little birds all around here. This really is a lovely spot. Particularly that it's closed, so I'm not even meant to be here, so no one's here. So 2 days of walking, and probably won't get to Moruya tomorrow, but I'm not sure there's anywhere that convenient between here and Moruya to pitch the tent. I guess I could find somewhere stealthy. There's a lot of undergrowth in this forest, and I will need to access the river again. It's not that easy because the road is often up a cliff face from the river.
Nobody needs to hear another rhyme. Melodies are a total waste of time. No need for spoons or forks or even knives. Food and water will prolong your lives.
I'm picking up signals strange. I'm out in the scrub like rubber-dubber-dub, but I never get out of range. And it don't matter, I spit and splatter and nobody bats an eye. Invisible, inaudible, a karaoke ghost, but I don't even need to die.
You do not matter to people in church. Soon no one will say your name again. Your pointless persona's a lame camouflage. I can see how sad you are.
The forest here has grown back a lot more from after the 2020 fires than back in that very barren section. I have read that walking for months on end is way better for you than years of therapy, so see how many days I do this time. I'll get to Moruya tomorrow probably. Don't know if I'm up for 38 k's on this kind of road. See, I really hope there's a spot like this about 10 or 12 k's down the road. About 2 hours of walking. I would could even pitch my tent down there. Look, I gotta say, yesterday was just brutal. I wouldn't really call it that pleasant being up on the winding mountain roads, exposed out in the 33-degree heat. I shouldn't speak too soon though, the day is young. But this is nice. This is what I imagined. That's the way I'm going. That's from where I came. It's hot. I'm really feeling it. Drinking some water. Really only want to do another hour or so before it gets stupidly hot. I'm just hoping this track winds its way back towards the river. Here's hoping. I think this might be the spot where I shall while away the afternoon. It's still only about 11 o'clock, but I don't want to risk walking in this fucking heat. So I'm just looking for a way down to the river. God, I don't know how far I've gone. I'm walking about 2 hours, so maybe 9 or 10 kilometers. Private property. Private property. I just don't feel like it. Bugger. Right, we're doing it. We're scrambling down this landslide thing. Well, I'm not gonna lie, I'm buggered. I've still got about 30 k's to go. Oh, I'm actually shivering with cold, which feels amazing, being cold. It's like a really hot day and I'm shivering. Yeah, I love these challenges, but that's what they've been, literally just a challenge. Yesterday's walking really just 7 hours of lugging the backpack up and down those mountains in the sun. Like, I was feeling pretty bad. I didn't even want to admit it to myself, but yeah, I feel like I've finally gotten over that and kind of enjoying today now. Just shivering until I warm up. So we're going up this big hill. Been going up it for about 20 minutes now, and I mean, I'm breathing as hard as I would be going on a moderate run. It's just the heat and the hauling weight. God, it makes a difference. Nearly there. Completely stuffed, but good news, just got to get over this hill. Moruya is only like 15 k's away. The coast is on the other side of this hill. Goodbye mountains. Came from over there. Car coming. Oh. Alright, this is the the final push. Final push. Just gonna have ocean, mountains. I came from there, I'm going down there, and it's gonna wind around down there. I'm feeling so much better, you know. I didn't film it because I was too tired to even film. But I kind of just broke down and sat there on my backpack halfway up that fucking hill, halfway up that hill, and I was drinking water, and I was like, I'm just drinking water, but it's not making me feel at all refreshed, you know. And whoa. Weird. So anyway, so sorry, I just had like a mega senior moment where, but what I was saying was I was sitting there being extremely deflated, and I was just like, man, there's still, I mean, it's only like 12 k's or something, maybe a little bit further. I had no idea how much further the hill was that I had to walk up. I could just see this road winding up. Anyway, this car pulls up, and it's this lady called Catherine, and Catherine's like, hey, you alright? Do you want anything? Like, and I was like, oh, I'm alright, like I'm just walking to Moruya. Anyway, she gets out and we have a like ice cold beer together. Like, she gets beer out of the esky, and it was just like I'm doing this walk partly to like not drink alcohol, but maybe when you're walking up a hill and you are just so like in need of a lift, and someone comes along and offers you an ice cold beer, you just say yes. So I said yes. Look, there's the ocean. But this is a nice scene to walk into. Thanks for watching. I'm Jig the Dirtbag. If you like my videos, please hit the subscribe button and go on some adventures yourself, because I certainly wasn't prepared. You don't need preparation, you just need to be slightly stupid, an idiot, as my sister would say when I spoke to my sister on the phone earlier, and I told her I didn't bring any antihistamines because I've been getting asthma like this whole trip. My lungs have been like just being crap. I have to get them checked out. Yeah, antihistamines usually fix that. So even if you're a hypochondriac asthmatic, you can still do crazy adventures. I eventually got to Moruya and I'm walking down past the pub, and this guy just goes, do you want a schooner? I'm like, okay. I mean, the whole point of the walk was to get sober, and people are offering to buy me a beer.
Don't be afraid of the desert.
Cheers.
And the storm.
That's seriously the best beer I've ever had.
Always
My
get
feet feel good now.
down the highway, living off the grid. I want you. You want me too. I see this ancient